going to give you the 5 common reasons that you will fail out, that you will not find success. I'm going to give you the 5 reasons today. They're not going to be warm and fuzzy, but you're going to want to know the 5 common reasons that you may not capitalize. And before I dive into this, it's so important that you understand 90% of the agent force will fail out. And a lot of the reasons for their failure are going to be found in these 5 reasons that most agents will fail. When 90% of agents fail, it's normally because of these 5 tips that I'm going to share with you. Please take careful notes if you're thinking about insurance sales as a career. I don't want you to have a sour taste in your mouth. I want you to find success. I want you to be in that top 10%. And my name is Jason. I'm your friend in the business here at jasonfinalexpense.com. I do run a national insurance agency. I partner and I recruit agents across this nation. We sell a lot of life, a lot of Medicare, a lot of annuities, face-to-face and in the telespace, and free resources on my website for the taking. But let me share with you what agents that don't make it will find is they will start first off, getting this kind of loser's limp that takes place. And then I call it the loser's launch because they leave the industry, okay, like a bad Mexican restaurant. And I love Mexican food, but some agents come in the industry, they come in hot and they leave even hotter. They're not able to help good prospects that need them if they would have just known the reasons for failure. So if you're taking notes, tip number 1, if you're ready with me, bad mindset. If you have a bad mindset here, you're not going to make it. You cannot hang out with, okay, these negative thoughts in your head and think you're going to head in the right direction. So if you're an agent that's got a bunch of friends that aren't helping you, they're hurting you, you may want to not spend as much time with those friends if you step into insurance sales. A bad mindset, if you've got a bad mindset, you're never going to make it. I'm telling you here, right now, you're not going to make it if you've got a bad mind. You cannot do this, okay? This industry is tough enough when you've got a positive mind. When you're putting yourself down, you got buddies, wives, okay, girlfriends, boyfriends that are putting you down all the time, you're not going to experience profitability. So if you've got a spouse that's not on the same page as you, okay, and you're thinking about insurance sales, you've got some folks in your life that are not on the same page as you, you're going to need good, powerful, positive people around you to move through this industry. You've got to have a positive mindset. It is so important. Money will follow passion. If you don't have a good mind, you're not going to be passionate about what you're going to do, what you're going to accomplish, the great things that you're going to absolutely take, okay, advantage of in this space. Do you want to have financial freedom? Do you want to be part of that 10% that makes it? Do you want to have financial freedom and freedom of flexibility in your schedule? Do you want to be able to control and own your business? I know you do, but it all starts with the mind. The mind is magical. The mind is your motor. If your motor is out in your car, you're not going to go anywhere. It doesn't matter what kind of tooling you've got. It doesn't matter if you got a Ferrari. If you can't find an engine up in that bad boy, you basically have a really beautiful, okay, looking speed bump here. So you've got to have a good mindset if you want to make it. The reason a lot of agents fail is their mind is horrible. You can't expect, okay, to fly with the eagles if you're rubbing shoulders with the turd birds. So even at your insurance agency, if you're hanging around people that are polluted in their thoughts, polluted in their thinking, take a moment and go, you know what? I don't need to be spending a lot of time with them right now, okay? Doesn't mean you're going to be mean to them, okay? But don't spend time with them on purpose. You've got to protect the most valuable resource you have, and that's your mind, your mind, your mind. So the reason that a lot of agents will fail in this industry is your mind alone, okay? Your mind matters. Who's around you matters. What's bleeding into your ear, what's helping you become a beast, are the thoughts that you're listening to, or is the content that you're listening to right now, is it helping you be a better agent, or is it lowering you, okay, to the levels of maybe the people that are whining around you? You're never going to win if all you do is whine, or if all you do is listen to whiners. You want to be a winner? Hang around with winners. It is so vital to your success. Your mindset is power. And if you don't want to make it, my goodness, be real diligent about hanging around people with polluted minds, okay? Tip number 2, and I hope you like this content, you've got to run this business like the business that it is. A lot of agents will fail out because they don't look at this business as a business. They don't. They think it's like a vacation, okay? They think, well, I'm an insurance agent. I can just sit down behind this desk and it's all good, okay? It's going to get you kicked out of this industry fast, and you did it yourself. You cannot run a business without operating it like one. You've got to have guts, first off. You want to run a business, it takes guts, it takes courage. And the fact that you're even watching this content, trying to find out what causes agents to fail out, leads me to believe that you don't want to be that person. So you've got guts already, and I'm proud of you. If you just passed your insurance exam, you've already got guts. A lot of people can't even pass that test, but it takes guts to run this business. You must operate like this is my business. Either you run it or it's going to run you. Understand, no one needs to care more about your business than you. And believe it or not, there's agents that don't operate it like a business. They're always being about something else, and that's not running the business. You've got to manage yourself. You're your most valuable employee. You better be intentional about managing the person that you see in the mirror, which starts with your mind. But how do you move? How do you operate? Okay. You sitting around smoking all day? Okay, sitting around, okay, with your feet up on your desk, would you tolerate that if you had an employee that operated the way that you are operating right now? If the answer is, heck yeah, give them a raise, then good, keep doing more of that. But if you're like, you know what, if I took an account of what I did in my 8 hours and I'm not proud of it, well, you'd probably kick them out the door if all they were doing is sitting around, okay, letting dust happen on that very desk. You've got to run this like a business, a 1099 mind, a 1099 grind. W-2 agents don't make it normally in this industry because they're not hungry. You've got to have guts. But number two of failing to run this business like the business that it is, it beats agents up. They fail out of this industry because they don't grind. You've got to grind. I know, like the 4-letter word, right? Work. It looks like work. This industry, especially when you're new, looks like hard work. You've got to set goals. You've got to invest in leads. Leads are the lifeblood of this industry when you're new. You cannot run a McDonald's if you fail to buy burgers and buns. And you can't run a business in final expense, telesales, Medicare insurance, telesales. You cannot run a business successfully if you don't invest in leads. You've got to believe in yourself. Belief is the backbone of this industry. Believe in yourself to invest in you. Okay. Invest in your business. You can't run a burger joint without buying some buns, buying some oil, buying some tomatoes. Okay. You got to, buy some potatoes if you're going to make the French fries. You want to find yourself successful? You better buy a lot of leads and have a lot of leads and be ready to go sell these great people. 11,000 people are turning 65 on the daily. You're not going to run out of prospects to see in your lifespan and in your career. Okay. You've got to understand, the harder that you work, the luckier that you get, but you've got to hustle. You've got to hustle. You have to run this business like the business that it is. And you've got to be a beast. And if you can't operate, okay, not think about doing something, if you can't operate like a true business, let me tell you, you're going to get owned by it. You're going to get owned by this business. You will fail out if you fail to engage. When you buy leads, buying the leads isn't going to make you a beast. Buying leads won't make you successful. The leads don't work unless you do. The leads don't work unless you do. Leads are leverage, and agents that don't make it, they fail to work their leads. They blame the leads. They'll work a lead 1 day, 2 day, 3 calls. I'm done. These leads don't buy from me. This is too tough. I get it. It's a tough industry. This industry is not for the comfortable. You want to capitalize? Be prepared to get uncomfortable if you want to make it. Those that make it do what others don't. Okay. It is so vital for you to understand you must engage in this industry like it is the most important thing in your life, which is running it and operating it like a business. You've got to be an operator. You've got to be ready to go own the business, or the business, I promise you, will own you and you will fail. I do not want that for you. I want you to experience financial freedom, absolute flexibility in what you do and how you operate your business. You can choose when to take time off. You can choose when you take a vacation with your beautiful family instead of having to beg your boss to take a week off, instead of having to beg your boss to get off half an hour early to go make it to your daughter's game. You want to be able to make it. You've got to grind. You got to grind. It doesn't happen just because I'm an insurance agent. You've got to go. You've got to have guts. You got to grind, and you got to have goals. What are your goals? What are you going to accomplish? Goes back to your mind and your motives. You've got to be motivated. Money will follow. passion. Are you passionate? I know in some of my content, I put people off because I'm a little passionate, and I'm not going to apologize for it. Like me or hate me, you know what I'm thinking. Okay. So it's very important that you must operate like this is a business. You want to be in business, or do you want to get owned by it? Operate. Take an account. What took place today? Did I work? Would I fired my own self for slacking? If that's you, look yourself in the mirror and never let it happen again. You've got to have extreme discipline. You must. So run this business like the business that it is, or accept the consequences of failing out. Simple as that. I don't want that for you, but you've got to hear this, okay, straight, so that you can maintain, okay, success here. And I mean maintain, because everybody goes from being a hero to being a zero, depending on the hour, depending on the day, okay? The third reason that agents will fail out is they're not given tooling. Okay, they aren't given the tools. They aren't given solid support. And I mean solid support. They're given some free script. Go watch a video. Here's a website. Book a call to talk to somebody, maybe. Okay, they've got no structure. If you've got no structure and you're just getting sloppy training, or just slung a script and says, hope you make it, buddy, it is so important that you understand you live and die by what you say in the insurance space. If you want to make it in the insurance industry, you've got to have the tools to transact. You've got to have the right scripts. Don't wing it. You'll get it wrong. You got to have good scripts. You've got to practice your sales presentation if you want to make it. You've got to do this. Most agents that fail, they lack relevant, focused, and absolutely intentional sales training. They're in an environment where, well, I got a script, I'll try to figure it out. Well, not really sure what to do. They lack confidence, and then you wonder why they can't capitalize, and the industry has a 90% failure rate. Anybody can fail in this industry. Don't let anybody shine you on. But if you want to make it, you better make sure you've got the tools necessary. You better make sure you got guts. You got to make sure that you got grind. You got to make sure you got a strong mind. Tip number one, your mind matters. Okay. Your mind absolutely matters. And you better have goals, and you better have the grind necessary to hit those goals and help a lot of people. Most agents lack relevant, focused, intentional training. They don't vet their trainer. A lot of agents fail out because they don't vet their trainer at all. They're learning from Frankenstein agencies, as I call them. They're basically face-to-face insurance agencies that are trying to figure out telesales. That's not the way to make it. And even face-to-face agents that join certain agencies, they never vetted their trainer. How many years have you been in the industry? What's your best 6 months in telesales? What's your best month in telesales? It matters. What and who is mentoring you, what and who is training you. You're never going to translate the business into higher levels of success if you're getting bad data. Okay, garbage in, garbage out, and you're not going to make it. This is what causes agents to go into this loser's limp mode and then loser's launch mode, and they don't make it out of this industry. And I hate that. This happens to a lot of agents. And you don't always get a second chance here when you jump into insurance sales. There's only so much capital to go around, and not everybody's going to make it. You want to get everything in your favor to the best of your ability, okay? As much as it depends on you, you focus on good proven power scripts, good sales presentations, and be ready to engage. So tip number 3, agents fail because they aren't given the right toolings. They aren't giving good, okay? They're not being given good support, not being given good structure, okay? Now, the fourth tip that I'll share with you here, get my fingers to work, okay? Not going to be super eloquent today. Had an early morning, but I'm going to bring it to you anyway. Okay, tip number 4, reasons agents will not make it, all right, is they're intimidated by rejection. If you're intimidated by rejection, you're in the wrong business, okay? If you need instant gratification, woo, don't get into this space, okay? You will not get instant gratification. You're going to get no fatigue. No fatigue fails out more agents than you would know. No, I don't want it. No, I don't want it. No, why are you calling me? Leave me alone. Slam goes the door. Doesn't matter if you're in face-to-face sales or in telesales. You're going to get told so many things that are just wowzers. I call it fool's gold, and they'll get you every time. And it has a way of wearing on you. This is why tip number 1 that I shared with you, your mind matters. Your mind is going to get beat up, chewed up, and spit out if you don't know, first off, how to handle your mind. Second off, how to run your business. Have a good set, okay, within you. Have good guts, good grind, good goals. Well, now you got good tools. Now you've got to be in a place that you're not intimidated, tip number 4, by rejection. In this industry, you're going to get told no way, 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 way more, then you're going to get told yes. You've got to be comfortable with this. This is very much an uncomfortable business. Be prepared, be polished, and get ready to be uncomfortable. If you want to make it, you better understand you're not always going to have instant gratification. Every lead is not going to leave you with a sale. It's just not. It's part of it. And if you have rejection, or I don't like calling, I don't like bugging these folks, I don't like being a beast on the phones, I don't like sticking it out. Even inbound leads aren't sales. Okay. You need TV leads. You need aged leads. Okay. Under $2. Reach out at jasonfinalexpense.com. But let me share with you, even inbound leads are going to tell you, I got to think about it. Even inbound leads are going to take your time and then spit it out and say, you know what? I'm good. Thanks. I'll think about it. Click. And then you're not going to capitalize even with an inbound lead where they watched a TV commercial for insurance and then called you. I'm sharing this with you right now. Instant gratification gets a lot of agents thrown out of this industry. And it's because they're intimidated by rejection. Rejection really hurts. Okay. There's no way to shine you on about this. Rejection is real. Rejection really happens. Rejection really takes agents out of this industry. Rejection can come in many forms. Your lead could reject you. A person that bought from you could have a payment that gets rejected, and then it creates a chargeback, and you lose steam, you lose heart. That comes back to tip number one. The most important tip of agents that fail is a bad mindset. You've got to have a good mind if you want to make it. Tip number one is the most important tip I can share with you, but tip number four is of equal importance. Be prepared for rejection. You want to really make it, you better be comfortable in your own skin. You better be ready to be successful, because you know you've got to go through the no's, and you know how to handle the no's when they come. Are you ready to handle your no's? I know you are. And if you're not, reach out, get trained, get coached, train like your very career depends on it, because it does. You've got to be diligent. You've got to be about your business. You've got to run your business like it is one. Tip number two, you got to run your business like it's a business. You can't run a burger joint and not even know how to operate the stove, the oven, okay, the fry machine. You're going to get fried in this business if you hop in. Well, I'll just get a free script and I'll watch a couple videos and they just told me to buy a bunch of leads. Okay, the worst three words you're ever going to hear before you fail is buy more leads, buy more leads, buy more leads before you've been trained. You need to be trained if you want to transact. Don't be intimidated by rejection if you step into the insurance arena, because it really will hit you in your gut sometimes, and it takes a lot of agents out. It just does, because it seeps into your mind. When you get rejected, tip number one, you fail out because of a bad mindset. It's so important, okay? Hang around with good people. But if you're one that needs instant gratification, well, you're going to get told no a lot, and you better be comfortable with that, or you may not make the wealth. You may be one of the agents that will fail. You've got to find it within you to have thick skin. You're going to develop this like dragon skin about you. I was so blessed to train with a veteran agent in the telemastery program just yesterday. Amazing lady, okay? Been in this industry a long time. And let me share with you, she's got dragon skin. She knows what it's like, but she still went through the paces. She still was diligent about studying and tooling up and just becoming even better and becoming even better. And she's done this industry a long time. Crazy proud of her, but she has developed dragon skin. When other people are just, oh, things are so tough, or taking shortcuts, she's like, nope, I'm gonna get after it. Love that about her. So don't be intimidated by rejection. You want to make it? Don't have no fatigue. Know what to do when that no absolutely will come. Tip number 5, if you're taking notes, the reason why you won't make it is because all you're doing is selling, telling. No better than some car salesman, and nothing against car salesmen. I got a good buddy that sells cars. He's an honest man. But if all you're going to do is sell, tell, you're not going to make it. Nobody wants to be sold. Nobody wants to be sold. So if you're not given good turnkey systems, you're not going to know what to do. So you're just going to like, buy my life insurance, buy final expense insurance, because that's what I sell. And your friends are going to run from you. Okay. I'm just sharing this with you right now. If all you do is sell one product, just one product, and you don't ask questions, you aren't about serving, you're not going to make it. Your doctor would be charged with malpractice. Your doctor would get charged for malpractice if he didn't ask questions of you when you walked into the office. You as an insurance agent, it's not about sell. That's the byproduct of being a beast, being the best. You've got to ask questions are so valuable in sales. It's about serving your prospects, just serving them. First off, you got to know what to say, which comes back, okay, to tooling of tip number 3. You got to have solid support, solid structure. You've got to have good systems in place, but you've got to ask the right questions if you want to make it. It's about serving them, being a servant, finding a problem by understanding what your prospect needs from you. And then when you serve them and you uncover a true problem, you probably have a product that will fix that problem. Potentially, when your product will fix the problem, you now have a solution that is in your client's, your prospect's best interest. That now positions you as the advocate instead of just a salesman. It is so important that you advocate for your prospects. When you become an advocate, they're going to take action with you, which guess what? Is going to create a sale for you as a byproduct, not the primary target. You've got to have turnkey systems that get this. The translation needs to come across to your prospects. You need to be translating everything in your client's best interest. There's sometimes you got to walk away from the sale because it's not in the client's best interest. That is so critical. Don't be a doctor that prescribes everybody the same medication without understanding, okay, who walks in the front door. It is so important that you understand your prospects' specific and acute needs so that they will be more inclined to take action with you. Because the greater that you can problem solve, the greater your product will be to guard them. And then you'll get what you want because your solution is the very product that maybe you've got in your briefcase. Believe in what you do. You can make it. But agents that just sell, tell, it takes them out of this industry. So to recap, tip number 1, bad mindset takes agents out. Tip number 2, failing to run this like a business, not having the guts, not having the grind, not having the goals necessary. You're not working your leads. That happens too. Just buying leads ain't going to lead you in the right direction. And I know my mom would kill me for saying ain't, but it's the truth. Okay. Not having tooling, not having scripting, not having turnkey systems. Tip number 3 takes agents out, and it's sad. Okay. Not being in a position that you can handle the no. Not even knowing what to do sometimes with the no, being intimidated by rejection. It really takes agents out. And last tip that I shared with you, sell, instead of taking it to the next level and serving these great people. You're seriously serving the greatest generation on the planet. You want to make it with insurance sales. Take these tips to heart. I hope this helps you. I hope you absolutely transact to higher levels of success. May you be in the top 10% in this nation that rises to the top, cream rises to the top, and you're ready to capitalize, I hope, by this content. Have a great day. Have a better tomorrow. If I can serve you in any way at all, as I always say, free resources for the taking at jasonfinalexpense.com. I appreciate you hanging with me. I hope this helps you. And if you've got any friends that could benefit from this content, feel free to share. And I hope this will help them as well. We'll see you soon. I appreciate you.